Welcome back. I'm playing Starship Troopers Terran Command, and we're continuing on with our playthrough on the brutal difficulty with the objectives to complete all primary objectives, secondary objectives, and achieve the achievements here. So we'll get started on the next mission.
Command has identified numerous bug holes in the area, and guess whose job it is to clean them out? Get your squads over to the supply base ASAP, and we'll go from there. Move out.
I think what I'll probably do is just break it down by mission types. In that way, if somebody is having difficulty meeting the objectives or the
take down those bugs
achievements, that way it'll be easier for them to find what they need instead of doing multiple episodes a day and kind of breaking it down into a time limit. I suspect that as we go farther along the game, the missions will get progressively longer and harder, and it might extend the levels out to be more time. We'll see how this ends up working. Maybe I got some more units over
Radio
here.
Station up ahead. We should be able to cut through this interference and get some reinforcements.
I'm not sure what's most effective, is doing the attack move or not.
Call HQ and get another squad dropped on this position. We're going to need all the help we can get.
Because it seems like they weren't working very well together to attack move those guys. But we didn't really have to save the civilians, so we completed our objective. We got 3... Okay, position, troops. Okay, so if you're on higher ground, you can obviously shoot over the heads of your other units. So you can use that as like a layered defense. What I don't know is if I threw a grenade, will I get friendly fire and kill those riflemen down below or not?
Sensors are picking up new bug hive activity.
Sir, we can keep killing them, but they'll keep coming until we seal those bug holes. The first bug cave is nearby. Get over there and take it out.
Alright, so this is like a swarm game then, where there's unlimited enemies until you complete objectives. Interesting.
Come on.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we'll just kind of drag and try to get these guys into a line so they can fire more. They're still partially obstructing each other. Well, now 2 of them are green, so I guess it just depends on the angle of approach. There's quite a few coming. Maybe we'll throw... Oh, boy, I sure screwed that up.
Look alive. Squad moving out. Come on, you apes. Infantry, standing by. Sir.
Alright, so it looks like I'm still at a higher elevation, so I can still attack. Alright, so I guess we just clear out the hive here. Not move closer to the hive to bring out the bugs faster, I think is what it said. So yeah, okay, so you just clear them out, and then, I don't know, do I have to blow up the hive?
Okay, the bugs are down. Get a squad in that bug hole and seal it up.
I put guys in
They're
there.
going to take some casualties, but that's what we're here for.
Because on that other cinematic episode, they did the bombing run and that sealed the cave, so I didn't know if I just had to blow it up. But it looks like you actually send guys in there and it clears them out. Okay, and then it clear. Okay, I see how this works.
Expand your foothold in the sector. Capture the local radio stations to use them as staging points for operations to take out arachnid colonies.
Look alive, trooper. Roger that. Yes, sir.
Alright, so we got multiple stations, so we gotta clear all 4 bug hives, and we have to capture all 4 radio stations for our objectives here. Alright, we'll try to set up a firing line here. These guys are slowly gaining
Come on,
levels.
you apes.
Comms base is operational, sir.
Okay.
Sensors are picking up new bug hive activity.
Troopers.
Command has allocated you additional resources to fortify the outpost against arachnid attacks.
Affirmative. Troopers. Standing by.
Guess we're gonna have a busy day at the office then. All right, we're gonna need combat engineers and MG turrets.
Okay, I see how this works.
Okay, call in engineers ASAP.
Sir.
Alright, but I can't afford the turrets, it looks like.
Engineer? Yes, sir.
Get those engineers earning their pay. We need 2 MG turrets covering the outpost before Archie comes to crash this party.
Haul ass.
Alright, build turrets here and there. So, secondary objective, deploy 2 combat engineers, which we've already done, and now we have to construct 2 turrets. So, maybe we just set these guys up.
Engineers? Now
And set another one up over here. I don't know if it has to be exactly on the right tile to trigger the objective or not.
Construction.
No, it looks like as long as it's nearby. There we go. So turrets, twin machine guns that are effective against lightly armored targets. The barrels tend to overheat with sustained fire.
Here they come again. Get those MGs firing.
Okay, so I don't have to like staff them. They're automatically staffed with troopers.
Haul ass.
Looks like they're working pretty effectively there, so I may not even have to keep guys over here. I don't think the turrets are going to line up. Or level up. Boy, I can't talk. But it's quite a few of the guys. Alright, let's just sit here and see if this overheats. I think that's what that bar on the right is indicating. Yeah, see, now it's red. So you have to wait for the cooldown. Which is actually quite a bit of time, so you don't want these guys doing sustained fire.
Come on.
I think I can clear out the hive, though, before these guys get overwhelmed. Not really liking that these guys are blocking each other, though. Well, thankfully I'm not suffering any losses, but that was definitely pretty sloppy.
Affirmative.
Move closer to the hive to lure the bugs out faster. Okay. So I'm guessing that if it's flashing, that means the hive is activated.
Yes, sir.
And we just have to keep killing everybody until we deplete the hive to let our guys move in. Yeah, that's exactly how it works, because now that it's empty, I can send somebody into the hive. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with the red bar below it, though.
Troopers, standing by. Yes, sir. Look alive, troopers. Squad moving out.
Alright, that's completed.
Infantry,
Sensors are
standing
picking
by.
up new bug hive activity.
Yes,
Move
sir.
you over here. And now we'll have to take out this hive.
Sir, intel reports a new bug threat in our sector.
Spitter bugs.
Look alive, troopers. Sir.
Alright, let's reinforce our losses here. Since we are limited by the amount of dropships that we have. So, fragile species that can project acid from their thoracic gland causes serious corrosion and can be lethal when exposed to substantial doses. Work in effect so they can do suppressive. The warriors are a meat shield and then they shoot over top of them. So it's like they're ranged attackers, it looks like. Alright, so we still have to kill 70 more bugs for our objective.
Look alive,
Come on,
troopers.
people!
So let's see what I can do here. Gotta move up there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's a spitter
Those
bug.
MGs aren't getting enough action back there. Get them disbanded, and then redeploy them up at the bridge.
Come on, people.
Alright, so how do I do that, I wonder? Do I have to, like, disassemble? Demolish? It says I can recover my resources. Yep, that seems to be working.
Engineers
Okay.
here.
Roger that.
So, yep, rebuild
Come on,
turrets
you
there. And that's our new secondary objective, so we should be able to get that completed.
Squad moving out. Sir.
Sir. Orders.
Construction
Look
complete.
alive, troopers. Yes, sir.
Alright, well, let's try to push across this bridge, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Take out that bug nest.
Bug layers will keep spawning bugs until destroyed. Okay. So I wonder if that's like a
Sir,
weaker hive
HQ
then.
on the net. They're asking why the area isn't cleared yet.
Affirmative. But we've been a little busy here. Okay, people. We are pushing up this
Okay,
road.
so you can just damage it normally. You don't have to like specifically use grenades or explosives to
Alert.
kill it.
Bug attack inbound.
Yep, that looks good. Oh man, I don't know if this is going to work very well. I'm kind of stuck in a choke point here. Getting my ass kicked.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I might
Keep it
just...
here. We're moving
Can I push this, I wonder, or do I just need to retreat? I might just need to retreat and reinforce and come back.
Come on, you apes.
Okay, so that
Affirmative.
red bar is it's reinforcing itself because it went from 1 bug to 2. So that's how that works. Well, let's reinforce here.
Sir.
Look alive,
Affirmative.
troopers.
Alright, that looks good.
Roger that. Affirmative. Orders.
I do have another
Troopers, standing by.
support to try to
Yes,
build
sir.
another machine gun. I don't know if I need it though.
Roger that. Come on. Sir, roger that. Come on. Come on, you apes.
Yeah, that pretty much killed my rifleman.
What do you need? Affirmative. Engineers here. Sir.
Squad moving out. Look alive, troopers.
Yeah, I am definitely getting myself killed here.
Orders.
Come on, you apes. Infantry, standing by. Sir, roger that. Infantry, standing by.
Sir.
Use grenades against the hordes. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been
Resident
doing.
promoted, sir.
Alright, well, if I can just get into the
Now,
opening,
here's it.
I think that should work better.
Sir, yes, sir.
Engineers here.
Troopers, squad moving out.
What do you need?
I could build a machine gun over here to try to help hold this.
Sir, come on. Roger that. Come on,
Construction
you apes. Infantry,
complete.
standing by.
Engineers here.
Alright, we got these guys.
Roger that.
Sir,
Affirmative. Haul ass.
There's a radio tower ahead of your position.
Troopers, standing by.
Get up that slope and bring that station online.
Sir! Come on! Troopers, standing by.
Alright, reinforce again.
Sir!
Orders? Roger that. Yes, sir.
Alright, we have about 2/3 of the way for our objective.
Roger that.
Got 2 more radio stations to capture. So I think we just leave these heavy machine guns here to shoot those guys as they're coming. That should help us get to where we need to be. Yep, just about there. So that's going to be highly effective.
Affirmative.
I still haven't been able to work on the other one. I wonder if I'll get snipers maybe up here, because it says I need to kill a bunch of those spitters with snipers for my other objective.
Troopers, standing by.
Sir, get your gear.
Look alive.
Engineers, now hear this.
Sir! Come on! Affirmative. Standing by.
What do you need? Yes, sir.
Comms base is operational, sir.
I prefer a one-way shooting arrangement with Archie. And those spitter bugs complicate things. Get some snipers deployed and take them out before they get in range.
Construction complete.
Alright, perimeter defense is done.
Our turrets are under attack.
So I think that's the one that showed was the killing for the
Sir,
turrets.
what do you need?
Alright, here's where the snipers are. So
Drop
let's
ships
summon a
engaged
couple of
elsewhere, sir.
these.
Look alive, troopers. Affirmative.
Engineers, now hear this. Get your gear. We're moving out.
Alright, so we're gonna have to fight this bug hive. Snipers definitely can shoot from a longer range.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Taking the shot. Where do you need us? Ready here.
Alright, so I guess we just sit back with the snipers and let them shoot into these spitters.
Ready here. Taking the shot. Sir. Yes, sir. Where do you need us? Taking the shot. Ready here. Look sharp.
Engineers here. Engineers, now hear this.
Alright, we got multiple guys that are up to level 3.
Sir,
A unit has been promoted, sir.
Where do you need us? Taking the shot. Ready here. Taking the shot.
what do you need?
Alright, we're getting there.
Engineers, now hear this. Haul
Look alive. Come on, you wings. Sir. Taking the shot.
Sir,
Ready here.
A unit has been promoted, sir.
engineers, now hear this. We're moving out.
Where do you need it? Taking the shot. Infantry, standing by.
Sir, yes,
Sir. Come on. Sir. Yes, sir. Taking the shot.
Engineers, now hear this. Affirmative.
Where do you need us?
Alright, so we can get these snipers on the
Taking the shot.
ledge here. That should help them get the kills. I think everybody else is level 3 other than the snipers.
We're moving out.
Alright, snipers are trained to hit target over a long range with impeccable accuracy. They excel against fragile units, spitters, and hoppers, but also serve as effective scouts. Low HP, a lot of range, actually decent anti-air. Action mode increases movement speed, range of fire, but significantly different in range. Crippling shot deals high damage and periodically summons the target. And the sensor flare allows you to get vision and track enemies. It's not affected by casualties, does not block friendly fire, can fire through friendly units, so that's nice. Target priority. You can set the priority of fire for certain units against certain bugs. For example, you can transition your snipers to be set priority to spitters. And so for us to be doing this with
Engineers,
our
now hear this.
snipers, that should help get that objective done instead of me trying to manually select who we're attacking. And I can just leave the other ones to sit back here and try to pick a fight, I guess.
What do you need?
Troopers, standing by. Squad,
Sir.
moving out.
Roger that.
Alright, we got 5 more we got to take out, so that shouldn't be too long. Especially if they got 2 tunnels here generating. Alright, let's destroy those turrets back there, because it doesn't seem like any of those units are coming after me here.
Engineers, haul ass. Roger that.
I was kind of hoping they were going to still come.
Get your
Here we
gear.
go.
We're moving out. Roger that. Get your gear. We're moving out.
I was going to say I didn't see a lot of movement coming.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Alright, so they're down. One more.
Sir, get your gear.
So I think if I just advance, I should be able to fight one more when they're spawning in.
Yes, sir. Ready here. Affirmative. Sir.
Throw an incendiary grenade over here while we're getting into our area. There we go. Objective completed. So that's our 2 achievements. We've completed all secondary. Bug tunnels are always connected to a hive.
Engineers here.
Clear the hive to shut down the tunnels.
Come on, people. Engineers here.
So... Okay, so they'll keep spawning out at this other... the bug tunnel, it looks like.
What do you need? Roger that.
Sir, affirmative. Look alive.
Doesn't look like we can clear out the bug hive until we take... or the bug tunnel until we take out the bug hives, I think is what they're trying to tell me.
Sir. Sir. Squad moving out.
Alright, well, we'll send these guys down here, and then we just need to take this last radio station.
Troopers, standing by.
There's all the bug hives.
Look alive, troopers.
Sir. Engineers, now hear this.
Alright, so we have that demolition charge and
Where do
some
you
sort
need
of
us?
flame attack.
Engineers here.
Yes, sir. Squad moving out.
Comms base is operational, sir.
Alright.
Roger that.
Sir, satellite surveillance has picked up major bug movement approaching your position. You don't have long.
Okay, you heard the news. Our only chance is to use this valley as a kill zone. Use everything you got. If we don't hold them here, we'll all be dead anyway.
Troopers, standing by.
Alright, so
Look alive, troopers.
Haul ass.
get some reinforcements here. Wave of bugs approaching in 1 minute. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Sir, come on, you weights.
Alright, well, I almost killed all of my guys there. So the flamethrowers, while their regular attacks don't have friendly fire, their special ability certainly does.
Sir.
Where do you need us? Look sharp.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Engineers, now hear this.
Well, let's just build this and set this up as a kill zone, I guess. And it wants me to use the elevation back here, so I'll just use that for the snipers.
Sir,
Construction complete.
roger that.
Infantry.
The bugs are here. Look sharp, troopers.
Come on, you wings.
Sir. Affirmative. Orders. Get your gear. We're moving out.
Alright, yeah, that's quite the... Oh, alright, we got barrel bombs. I was going to say, that's quite the assault coming here.
Look alive, troopers.
What do you need?
So now we just have to ambush the bug attack wave, and then that should bring this mission to a stop. Or an end, I should say.
Sir.
Alright, start throwing some grenades in there. That seems to be pretty effective, actually.
Come on, you wings. Squad moving out. Come on, you wings. Roger that.
Alright, there we go. Victory is ours. So we got our 2 achievements. And after this video, I think we'll call quits.
Colossians take great pride in their planet's mining industry. Through sweat of brow, valiant colonists dig up the precious minerals the Federation needs. It's an ore effort for the war effort, and they're not going to let a few bugs scare them off. The mobile infantry has begun escorting workers, many of them patriotic volunteers, back into the mines, so they can keep excavating the future of humanity.
Alright, and with that, I'll call quits here for the day. Looks like next time we have to capture all radio stations in 15 minutes and kill 5 bugs with our drop ship fire support. So we'll do that next time. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.